Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to another episode of Wild's the Dome. Today I have my peoples in here. It's a very special episode, man. The host and the creators of the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. We have Supreme Ra, we have Heezy, we have DeAsia. I mean, they are dope in their own right, but when they come together, podcast is extremely dope, man. That's why I have them on here. So appreciate y'all for coming through.
Hey,
Thanks for having
appreciate you for bringing us through.
Appreciate you.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So let's start from the beginning, though. Okay, I see. Let's start from the beginning, man. How did y'all create, or how did y'all come up with the concept of hip hop school? How did it all originate?
I think Supreme would be better off answering that question. What made you come up with the ideal of the hip hop school past and present to begin with?
Man, I just be fucking around on Facebook talking shit about hip hop. And I noticed that when I made posts about hip hop, I got a lot of comments and a lot of, interaction and shit. So I was like, shit, I might as well, start a little Facebook group with people from different regions, different states, different cities. So we started the hip hop school Facebook group. And man, it just grew from there. You know what I'm saying? We got, if you've been in that Facebook group, man, it gets very interesting in there from time to time. So Easy reached out to me. He was like, man, we need to start a podcast. So that's where we at with it, man. We rocking and rolling, man. We going to year number 2 next month.
Oh, word,
yes,
man.
Yes, sir. Man. Yeah, coming up on year number 2. Hey, and I think if I am mistaken, Preem, wasn't it a different name at first? Was it hip hop? Was it always hip hop school? It wasn't like hip hop reviews or some shit like that. Then it kind of just it always been.
I don't remember, bro.
Yeah, I know. At some point, though, you know what I'm saying, it kind of just came together, and it was actually, you know what I'm saying, like forming like a school. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we just kind of ran with it. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man.
And it's definitely structured like a school. Supreme is the principal. I am the assistant principal. Keezy is the dean of all things hip hop. It's definitely structured like a school. And what happened was, like, with a group, it's a lot of rowdiness that goes on. We talk hella shit. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to pack your tool when you come to the hip hop school. And the inspiration behind actually making it live was just our interaction and the chemistry that we have in a group. And a lot of people were asking for it, actually, where they was talking about how, this is something that we need to see live, to see people just like really interacting and vibing the same way we do in a group, bring it to the live screen. And we did it. And it's been up ever since.
Yeah, it's dope. People love it, man. It's definitely, y'all have dope guests on there, dope topics. Before we go to the next question, though, I do gotta ask y'all something. What you gotta do to get suspended off in the group, man? I be seeing cats.
It's controversy. That's the controversy today. Today is controversy.
See, it just depends on how I'm feeling and who you are and what you say.
Listen, it's one of those things. It's a mystery. Basically, I say this: you just fuck around and find out.
Already.
You ain't gonna find out until you fuck around. but it's set up like a real school, in school you get suspended sometime when you get out of line. Right. But the thing is, we do encourage and welcome freedom of speech. You could say whatever it is that you want to say, but we also have, the Facebook rules that we have to adhere to as well. So there are certain things we look at where we have to kind of shut things down if it gets to the point where it could compromise the group itself. But sometimes it'll be those things where it may be somebody talking about, oh, this is a troll group, because we say wild things in there a lot of times, and it could get out of hand. And sometimes people will try to call it a troll group, or talking about somebody chasing clout and things like that. I think we have to be careful with that because of the space that we're in, and we want to make sure that that's not the narrative that is going out. Because a lot of times, if you let things like that get out of hand, it'll make people be apprehensive from either joining the group or participating in the group. So things like that can get you suspended, but otherwise, sometimes it's just to be the mess with people. Like, you know,
that's
I got the shield, so I'm a flex my muscle. That's the thing.
I'm gonna be specific though, man. We ain't gonna go too far on no Tupac disrespect. At least far as I'm concerned. We ain't gonna go too far on no Pimp C disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can have their opinions. They can not like what they don't like. But you know, some niggas, you know, they know who I fuck with. They be going a little too far. And I gotta flex my muscles sometimes and show them that this is not a motherfucking democracy.
Well, look, that brings me to my question, man. Cause I've seen this usually, you know, questions that have topics as far as New York bias and things like that always get the group lit. Now, like, do y'all think in hip hop, like to this day in 2023, that there's still a New York bias?
I think it still exists, definitely, as far as the New York, just the people that live in New York and people and the New York hip hop fans. That definitely exists because they think that since they quote unquote created hip hop, they gonna always feel supreme over every other region. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, New York hip hop is dead. You feel what I'm saying? So they can't really say too much. You know what I'm saying? And everything that they doing now is they getting it from other regions. You know what I'm saying? I think it still exists, but what they doing is dead right now.
I don't even think New York hip hop dead. It's just the type of shit that the gatekeepers don't like. The older generation. You know what I'm saying? They like that boom bap sound, that rough New York samples and metaphoric, lyrical miracle and all that. But it's a lot of New York drill rappers that's popping right now. That's making a lot of money and doing their thing, man. So it just depends on where you at as far as how you want your hip hop, how you understand hip hop. I don't think the younger generation don't really be hating no more out of New York. It be the older niggas that be hating. They be all right though.
And you know what I think, as far as that is concerned, there is some biasness that still exists, but it doesn't carry as much weight. It's not stopping anybody bag. You know, you don't have to go through New York to make it anymore. So they can be biased, but then at this point, because people from all different regions, they're able to do their own thing, and you don't have to go through New York, you know, and you have a lot of people that still have this purist mindset. Well, they just don't carry any much weight anymore. So they end up just looking like a hater at the end of the day.
Do you think sometimes when it comes to people that do have New York bias, it's like when you have an artist, let's say you have like an artist like Jadakiss or something, right? You know, somebody from the South or the Midwest or even the West Coast, they might like Jada and they might like 3 6 Mafia, right? All the same. But they're not listening to Juicy J for the same reason that they listening to Jada. Do you think sometimes like they don't understand that we're looking for different things depending on who the artist is? Because, you know, I'll be peeping sometimes, it'll be like, they'll such and such ain't got no bars. Such and such might not be trying to have intricate bars like that. You know what I'm saying? But he's making songs. Like, y'all think that's like, you know, an issue as far as how they view music from other regions?
How they perceive it. Yeah. I'll be saying that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't listen to it because I think I was saying something about Draco the Ruler. I was like, see, he one of the coldest niggas out these days. And somebody was like, well, yeah, he don't really be talking about shit. I'm like, well, I ain't listening to the nigga to, you know what I'm saying, to hear some old lyrical miracle shit. I like, he be on there talking shit. He be talking this money shit and shit like that. So I tell people that shit all the time. I don't you know, you got to separate. You know, you got to focus on what you listening for. You know what I'm saying? If you're listening for bars, then you're gonna go to some Nas and some.
But see, I gotta disagree with that.
Go ahead.
The other shit do be bars. It do be lyrical miracle. Niggas just be wanting a certain cadence and a certain way to say it.
It be that too.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas be spitting. If you listen to fucking Takeoff, he be spitting intricate bars, man.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not the way that is typically perceived as bars because it's not said a certain way. But if we just talk about bars and wordplay, other regions be going in, bro. Niggas just caught up in a certain
yeah, I can agree
you
with
know.
that.
Yeah, and I definitely think that you listen to certain artists for different reasons. For instance, I'll give you an example. Recently, Mac from No Limit, he came out with an album, and it was pretty much a conscious album. It was very much evolved from the Shell Shock Mac, right? When I heard it, I was able to appreciate the art and what he did with that album, but I was bored with it because it's Mac. I wanted Shell Shock Mac. I wanted that ignorant murder, kill. You know what I'm saying? However, he has evolved as a man, but I'm not listening to Mac expecting a conscious album.
Right.
So that speaks to what you were saying as far as trying to hold certain artists to a standard that ain't even their wave at all. So why would you expect for this trap rapper to be coming out spitting like Nas when that's not his lane?
Right. And that's how I look at it too. And I think a lot of times in the South we got that naturally, and in Midwest as well, because we were fans of all regions. So like, you listen to one thing for certain reasons and you listen to other things for other reasons. But moving on, man.
Hey, let me say something real quick. You know what's crazy? It's like the younger generation from the South, they don't fuck with that East Coast shit like that.
I know.
Like, they don't fuck with all that Nas and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of, it kind of flipped, as generations moved on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I've seen that too. Especially like I know I've seen even young rappers saying that they've never heard a Jay-Z or a Biggie song.
Wu-Tang, they don't fuck with Wu-Tang.
That's
my kids don't fuck with Pop.
Yeah, I know Pac either.
They don't fuck with Pop. They don't fuck with UGK either.
But my thing is, why would you expect them to? That's the thing is why would you expect somebody that was born in the 2000s to be up on rappers that we came up on from the 80s? That's really an unrealistic expectation.
Well, the same reason I was listening to Al Green when I was in high school.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, I think it's kind of
you ain't made to feel like you gotta know about Al Green. Matter of fact, if you know about Al Green and you're way younger, they're gonna say, "Oh, you got an old soul. What you know about that?" But if you're a hip hop head and you don't know about certain artists from back in the past or whatever, you get condemned for it. And I don't feel like that's right, because that ain't the people that they grew up listening to.
Do you think it's part of a thing to where like other genres may feel like they learn from they studied, like, let's say like whether it's funk or soul or jazz, like they studied the ones that came before them, and we have hip hop where it seems like a genre where that ain't nothing. It's like they're not doing that. Well, not the majority of them aren't, where it seems, you know what I'm saying? And they don't really have, I think it's like they don't care. That's not nothing that they're trying to, it's not nothing that they're trying to do. Like, I don't know.
I'm an avant-garde type person. So me, I don't have a problem with people, doing their own thing. That doesn't bother me at all.
I think it really always kind of been like that. And for one thing, we got to remember, hip hop is still fairly new. Yeah, it's just turning 50 years old this year. So it's still, we still going through, we still making the history, still writing the history. You know what I'm saying? But I think it always kind of been like that. Even when you think about the 90s and like Cash Money and shit like that, everybody always trying to do something different. Everybody always trying to invent something new, some kind of new sound. So they ain't really trying to go back and fuck with what motherfuckers was fucking with in the 90s and the 80s and shit like that. We trying to create something new and move forward. So fuck all that shit.
Because honestly, I don't even want to hear it no more. It's like that time has passed. Let's do something different. I'm here for the new wave.
No, that's real. That's real. Deja, you said in the school that Two Live Crew had more of an impact than 666 Mafia. What were your thoughts and reasons on why you say that they were more impactful? And Heezy and Supreme, do you agree?
The reason why I said that they were more impactful is because if you look at the state of hip hop and what happened at the time when they came out, it was a time, this is before we even had parental advisory. They're the reasons why we have parental advisory. When you look at when 2 Live Crew came out, and they were, for lack of a better word, they were pretty much sexually exploiting women. You know, you were able to see back then in that time when women rapped, and when you saw women, they were more hardcore. They wore the bubble coats, the Timbs, and everything like the guys, or either they were on some conscious stuff. Other than that, more than likely, the women back then, they were more just, you know, down in the dirt, in the mud with the guys, right? 2 Live Crew, they were fun, happy party music. They were actually showing you the side of, you know, the party scene and how it really get down and what people do in real life. Right. And the things that they had to go through, like the court proceedings and everything that they fought in order to get the right of freedom of speech in their lyrics, I think it was really, really big for hip hop, because right now, when you look at it, you got more and more women that's coming out. They're able to, you know, do their thing in rap. They're able to be sexually liberated. You see more and more people just, you know, just being able to express themselves in a way that they weren't able to express themselves at first. So just the fact that it opened the door for the freedom of the art form, I feel like it was more impactful than 3-6, because 3-6 did have a major impact. They're sampled a lot. They're still doing their thing. DJ Paul, Juicy J, they still got their hands in this new sound and everything. But as far as the culture itself and the doors that it opened and the space that it allowed, I feel like 2 Live Crew was more impactful in that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I pretty much agree. I agree with everything, you know, DH just said. And I'll just add this, man. Like, I remember growing up, I was a kid, you know, like, you know, in the late 80s and mid 80s when they was really popping and touring and shit. My brother, he was, you know, he was 18, 19. He was going to the concerts and shit. And I remember how big, like, when 2 Live Crew came, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas had to go to that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They'd come back with all kind of stories, like, nigga, they was on stage doing it, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. So I remember, like, when they was real hot back then, how much controversy, you know what I'm saying, they had brought to the game and everything like that. And even white folks, though, they was fucking with it too. You know what I'm saying? Like they was behind them too. Like, yeah, freedom of speech, like, yeah, say all that, me so horny and all that shit. So I definitely agree with that statement. 3-6, they definitely still got a major impact. You know what I'm saying? As far as shit, even making movies and soundtracks to movies with the Grammys, shit like that. And they, you know, and they was real. They was some underdogs, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody expected 3-6 when they was out back then to be so big and have so much impact on the rap game as they have today. So they definitely deserve their credit, and they had a major impact. But 2 Live Crew, yeah, for sure, hands down.
Yeah, I agree with what she said, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be mad if somebody else made the counter argument. I think they both can be made, but as far as, like she said, overall culture, you got to go with the impact of 2 Live Crew. But I think it's musically, I think 3-6 Mafia got them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But where the dear assistant principal went wrong was, and I'm gonna correct her on this show. She said that 2 Live Crew was more impactful than NWA.
So you don't even have to put that out there. That was in a contained space. And I knew you was gonna go there. Like, I knew you was gonna go there. You could have let Rakim just go on to the next question, but here you is. You want to put me on blast. And I told you, Heezy, Supreme be trying to do stuff to get me cussed out. That's what he be trying to do. He be wanting the people to attack me in comments.
That is not true. If they cuss you out, they're cussing me out. We are one. We are one.
You know, that's I think with as far as 2 Live Crew, the 3-6 comparison, I think that was dope. One thing that people don't realize, especially like people that wasn't there, like when it was happening, that court case was big, man.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
If they would have lost that, like we don't know what would have happened with the state of hip hop after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That court
Hey,
came.
check
It
it out.
just would have been a whole lot of women walking around looking like Nefertiti.
Hey, but check it out though, y'all.
Straight out of pyramid. Huh?
I think we should have lost it. I think should have lost that case. Looking at shit.
Hindsight, we should have lost it.
You know what,
Hindsight,
we should have lost it, man.
we should have lost
You
it.
say we should have lost it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also when what was her name? Della Reese. What's the Dolores Tucker?
She said Della Reese.
That's the one Dr. Dre slapped. I'm talking about, the Dolores Tucker when she was fighting and everything. Dolores Tucker, she had it right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You know,
that's a good topic, man. I was talking online. I think I made a post like that like a while back, and like, do y'all think she got it right? You know, because at the time, everybody from Pac and
well,
all the top MCs was going at her.
She got it right. She was right, but she was letting the politicians use her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the part I didn't like. The white folks was fucking with her and it was doing the political shit, man, and using her. You know what I'm saying? She remind me of what's her name? Candace Owens. Candace Owens be saying a lot of good shit. It's just that she's a mob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She don't bust a motherfucker, man, and so was she. But she was right though. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got to keep in mind that hip hop is a youth sport.
That's what I was about to say. Everybody was young.
Kids young people are rebellious. So you got to think, even though, like, look at somebody like Pac, Biggie, these people were in their 20s. They were young. They were basically kids.
Right.
So you have this art form where you're expressing yourself, you being rebellious and everything. Then you got somebody coming along like, I'm about to shut it down, walking around in a little suit and kitten heels. They don't want to hear that. You get what I'm saying? So they like, nah, they gonna fight against it because it's more them than it is her. So she was fighting a battle that was never won at that particular time because they weren't able to see it because they're kids. She was able to see it because she's older. But hindsight, because even with us, when we were in it,
right,
and we was coming up in it, we enjoyed it. We didn't see the problem either as the consumer. Right. But now that we're older, we're able to see, you know what, she was right.
Yeah,
maybe
she was right, but her intentions wasn't necessarily right.
Yeah,
I don't think it was necessarily her intentions. I think it was the way it was executed.
Okay,
right.
The way it was presented, she could have came with some more love. You know what I'm saying? With some black mama love to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because she. You know what? I think I heard. I think I like one of those old interviews where I heard one of them rappers say that there's like, she could have came in as like our auntie or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no love in it.
But then again, I Nick, we were so fucking rebellious. I mean,
especially the 90s.
Farrakhan couldn't even calm niggas down, man.
No, you're right. Especially, like I said, especially the 90s too. The 90s was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, after NWA, everything was different. You know what I'm saying? I was having a discussion about people's, top 10, top 20 lists, and I've seen a lot of, and Deja kind of hit on it earlier. A lot of, depending on the age demographic, I see lists that don't have any 80s rappers on it. Do you think a list is not legit if it doesn't have any MCs from the 80s?
Yeah, that shit trash.
You talking about top right? What do you mean, like
best? Top 20, like top 20 rappers,
top 20 best rappers?
And you don't have any from the 80s?
I think you gotta have some pioneers. You gotta always put the pioneers, and you gotta look back to history and look at the ones who was really doing it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And laying down the formula and all that. Yeah, for sure. You gotta have some, at least a couple 80s rappers on there.
But how many? Like, are you saying top 10 or you just saying
let's say top 10?
It depends on the age, the demographic of who you're talking to with a top 10, and you want them to have somebody from the 80s, because somebody that's born in the 2000s, I really don't think they'll have somebody from the 80s.
That's true, because they don't really hear it like that. They don't really listen to it, so they're not really gonna know. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If you had it, like if you could only put one MC in your top 10 from the 80s, who would it be?
LL Cool J.
Damn.
Fuck. I'm thinking Rakim or Q.
I thought a Q, yeah, Q too, but definitely
LL, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say LL too, man, because he was like the blueprint that kind of laid everything to what's still going on today. Where it's not all, it ain't all about the bars, but it is about the bars. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the songs for the ladies, you got the hard shit. He was like that first one that kind of was the all around MC. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the complete MC.
Yeah, the one that could be marketed to a wide audience like that too. You know what I'm saying? LL had all that.
Ja Rule now better thank that man, because that was the first person that was able to, like, LL Cool J was I think he almost, if I'm not mistaken, LL Cool J is like the only guy that was able to, like, you know, cater to the ladies, pander to the ladies and everything like that, and guys still looked at him like he was hard.
That's what I'm saying.
Pac did it too.
I mean, yeah, like later on.
Well, Pac didn't do it as hard as LL Cool J did it. LL Cool J was making R&B songs for real.
Hey, that nigga was a motherfucker.
Right. Pac just was fine as a motherfucker. That's all. But LL Cool J was really making them songs, you know. So, well, when I'm alone in my room, I hear.
I gotta fuck with LL, man. LL just was LL cold, the motherfucker, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm tell you somebody else though who need to be up there. I mean, people do mention them a lot, but Kool G Rap, man.
Oh yeah.
I think he still don't get the credit he deserves for a lot of these people with these double, triple entendres and shit like that. Like to me, he was the first one.
Yeah, that's
him and Rakim, but you know what I'm saying? Like Kool G Rap was really that one that kept the flow going, and all these triple, like I said,
a whole bunch of people ran with Kool G Rap styles. If you want to be honest,
he didn't get marketed right, man.
Yeah,
he like, you wouldn't see his videos like you would see Rakim Ain't No Joke,
right?
Cares, One My Philosophy, or Chuck D. You didn't see his videos as much as you seen them, but he was flowing just as hard, even harder. Because at first, that Road to Riches, man, that shit's a masterpiece, man. Yeah, man, DJ Polo and Marley Marl on the tracks and shit, man, that shit.
Juice Crew. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Definitely legends and pioneers in the game, man. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I don't know what blog site it was, but they were talking about Gunna and how a lot of these his peers, you know, people like Lil Baby and Meek Mill, I guess, had unfollowed him on Instagram, and I guess Dirk got a song dissing him or something like that. Like, whenever we look at the state of hip hop now, and when it comes to the Gunna situation, like, what are your thoughts? And do y'all think he would, like, where we are now, would he be able to recover from that, make music, and get back to where he was?
I don't think he's going to be able to recover from it. I don't think that he'll be able to recover from it because of the star that Young Thug was. He had too much of a presence. Too many people loved and respect him. And what Gunna did, what Gunna felt like he needed to do for himself. However, Gunna didn't look at the bigger picture, I don't think, because one thing I know, that if you're in a situation like that and a lot of people get jammed up, I ain't never been in that situation like that, and I can't tell anybody what to do or anything, but I do know if everybody keep quiet, y'all have a better chance of getting released, right? And Gunna messed up when he actually confirmed that YSL was a gang. So now whoever else have any cases pending or anything like that, it's going to be hard to fight that, you know? And so I don't think that people are going to be able to, you know, embrace Gunna like we will hope. You know, I don't like to see anybody lose a promising career because of something they got jammed up in. And I honestly don't feel like Gunna really had parts in it for real. He don't rub me as that type of person. I think he was just affiliated with the wrong people. But all at the same time, it doesn't matter. If I'm riding with you, that's the reason why when we was little, your mama and them tell you don't get in the car with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't you can't be around everybody because something might happen. So you got to be careful about the friends and the company that you keep. If you there when something happened, then you know you gotta take it just like everybody else, even if you ain't the quote unquote trigger man. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think that he's gonna be able to actually recover from this. I really feel like gonna end up doing gospel rap. I think that he's gonna take the Mace rap. I really do feel like that's gonna be next for him because I mean everything. I know our culture sometimes could be warped and some of the principles can be a little out of whack, but all at the same time, it is what it is. And he violated everything. So I only think he gonna be over there rapping with Mace, you know. So that's how I see it.
Hey, but you know, I think at first I thought, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna come home, niggas was gonna start fucking with him, and he, you know, a couple months he was gonna put out a song, and then, you know what I mean? But you know, now that, you know, we live in this world, man, where everybody follow everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it took for, you know, Dirk or somebody to make a song or to unfollow the nigga on social media for everybody to start following suit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but that kind of tells you kind of where things going. Like niggas ain't fucking with. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't seen nobody on the other side say, no, I'm riding for Gunna. You know what I'm saying? That's my nigga. He good out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm still fuck. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody say no shit like that. Right. You know, and he been out for a minute. And then he tried. I think he say he didn't snitch, or he said some shit like that. Tried to say he didn't snitch or something.
Well, we
like
heard
that.
it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. How the fuck you gonna say that? So you know what I mean? So,
I'm like, they recorded you, bro.
Yeah, so I guess the nigga tried to save face and tried to come home. He took the little pictures and shit like that. I guess he was trying to test the waters, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe he did not know that they had recorded him like that, where he was able to say, you know, he didn't say nothing, and they had the cameras behind him. He didn't even know it.
He tried to test the waters, and that shit was too hot. So
gather around, children.
I'll at me. I'll at me, Supreme. Right.
A wise person once says, "Time heals all wounds."
That's what I thought. Hey.
Y'all sit back and relax. Gonna drop a motherfucking song right now. That bitch going viral tomorrow. It's gonna go viral. It's gonna get millions of views. Let that motherfucker be dope. All things will be forgiven by those who matter. And those are the people who are gonna listen to him and stream. Those are people who are gonna listen to him and watch his videos. It don't matter who wanna follow him, man. It's billions of people on the planet. Look at fucking 6ix9ine. This nigga's a fucking Dubai icon. That nigga go over there and come back with a big bag every other motherfucking weekend. Funk Master Flex done came out and said he finna start playing his music again. Time heals all wounds. Gonna be all right. There's gonna be some people that's mad at him. If he drop some dope shit, he gonna be just fine.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you know, whenever he got out on the plea, and then a couple weeks later he made that Instagram post, like, and sometimes you just gotta lay low and chill, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Be out of people's face. You know, I think that's what kind of started setting.
But no, you don't though. Now with the internet, no, you don't.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's what I think. Because you made a point about, you know, if he dropped something tomorrow, it'll probably get 1 million views or something. And you're right. Tekashi did the same thing, right? It would get 1 million views, but it was more out of a curiosity.
Trying to see what the fuck.
Yeah, see what's going on than actually listening to his music and put it in rotation.
Check it out. When he got out and he dropped some music, I went and watched the video and I was reading the comments. 75% of them comments was with him. They was with him. What would you do? They were trying to fuck his girl and da-da-da. Ain't nobody, I'm telling you, bro, that ain't nobody beholden to that shit but a small percentage of people right now. Especially with Charles and out here putting on a campaign for the shit. Yeah, man.
That's what that's a perfect segue. That's what I wanted to ask y'all too. Y'all have had Charleston White on your podcast. Dope, and salute for that. Do you think people, the public, right? Because I see, it's kind of like you either love him or you hate him, like online whenever you see people's opinions, right? And do you think, with y'all having built with him, Preem, you know him personally, do y'all think his message is sometimes maybe misconstrued with the people that don't like him?
Of course, but it don't matter. Again, as long as it's understood by those who understand it. You're gonna always get some. I mean, man, with social media, bro, it's not just, but especially with social media, you're gonna always get the dissatisfied. You're gonna always get a pushback, no matter what it is. No matter what it is.
Yeah,
and
I think
Mayweather became a billionaire for being a bad guy, being hated.
Yeah.
So you can be hated and win. It don't matter.
I think now his message is starting to catch up to him. I mean, not catch up to him in a bad way, catch up to him in a good way. Because now you got a lot of people really. You always had his supporters, but now you got a lot of people actually coming out publicly. You know what I'm saying, showing their support for him. Like I said, he was on the phone with Iverson the other day, and all these celebrities and shit like that. You know, they started publicly. You know, they showing love to him. They inviting him out here and there. He on the road. He doing his thing. So I think now his message is starting to catch up with the antics and everything he was doing. Kind of, I think the antics kind of slowed down. You know what I'm saying, a little bit with the talking in the car, talk shit. You know, shit like that. You know, talk shit about the dead rappers and shit like that. He done slowed down with all that. Now everybody's starting to catch up to the message. You know what I'm saying? I think people starting to appreciate him. People starting to support a lot more. You know what I'm saying, publicly. So, but yeah,
I think that people who always secretly and silently agreed with him feel comfortable now.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They feel that's why you seeing more and more celebrities be like, "Oh, I'm down with it. Let me get on camera with it."
When it comes
rappers
to
too.
When it comes to hip hop, what do you think his message is? You know what I'm saying? Like, because when I hear him talk, it's like he's kind of, I think he's even said it where, he's showing that a lot of these rappers ain't who they say they are, and they misleading the youth. Do you think that's what the main message because he does have antics and they entertaining for some, and is what drives others high, I guess. But do you think that's what the main message is we need to clean up the culture?
As far as hip hop, I think that's what it is. Because I think naturally, like I said, hip hop is going on 50 years old this year. So naturally, hip hop is starting to mature. Like we all grew up, with hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So the people who grew up when in the beginning, when we was teenagers and shit like that, we in our 50s, 40s, and 50s and shit now. Yeah. So we ain't with all the the gangster shit like we used to be, and all the other shit. We kind of want to see it more cleaned up. So I think he just one of the ones, just part of the maturing process. He just one of the ones just kind of bringing it. It's a lot of other people doing, kind of saying a lot of the same shit, especially now that he's saying it.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I think he's just part of that process.
Yeah, and then people have to keep in mind that Charleston is actually a youth advocate in real life. It's not just something that he talks about. He's actually a youth advocate in real life. And so when you're actually working with the youth and you're trying to do work on this end, but then you have this entity that is this major machine that's kind of like pulling against what you're doing, and you see how much you trying to get in their ear and give them a message, but then they're listening to all of this stuff on the other end, and their voices on the other end is way louder than yours and seem to have more influence on them than yours. You are going to go at that entity to an extent. I don't think that it's one of those things where it's like he personally got an issue with these rappers or problem with anybody. I don't think it's that. People have to understand that there's a thing called shock and awe. And sometimes you have to do the stuff that Charleston did do in order to get people to look and listen. because he stayed true to his actual mission, whether we knew what his mission was or not. And I'm just saying, we as people as a whole, whether people knew what his mission was or not, he knew what it was, and he stayed true to that. At the end of the day, if you ever listen to him, he'll always drop those gems in there. So he stayed true to that. And once people started reacting to him in a ridiculous manner, like trying to go at him and trying to cause harm or whatever, he still used those opportunities in order to say, hey, you see what I told you? You see what I told you? It was always a learning lesson in whatever it is that he was doing. So after a while, you can't beat him. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, you got to like sit back and like, it ain't nothing that I could throw at this damn fool to make him stop. You know what I'm saying? So once you get somebody that you cannot defeat, you can't embarrass him. He don't care about what you say. After a while, you got to start studying them. Like, what's up with dude? So now once you actually pay attention, you're able to be like, oh, okay, it's not what I thought it was. It's not like he ain't got no personal vendetta against anybody. It's he working with these kids over here, and we doing something totally opposite that is jeopardizing the work that he is doing. And what we need to focus on is the generation behind us. Like, he don't care about no old ass rappers or nothing like that.
Yeah.
He worrying about the kids. He ain't trying to teach no old nigga shit. He worrying about the kids.
And notice, watch what's about to start happening. The people who about to come out now are the people who've been sitting back just waiting. These are the people that's about to make some money together with him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so watch the contracts start flowing in, the deals, all kind of shit, man. It's about to we sitting here witnessing, man, somebody start from scratch, about to blow up real tough.
I'm even seeing people kind of bite his style a little bit with their own shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen. When I seen motherfuckers on YouTube sitting and doing reaction videos to Charles White videos,
Right,
I'll say, oh,
that's
man,
big.
this nigga, man,
Right.
this nigga, it's a rap. This nigga got him. He got them all. Like, these motherfuckers actually sitting and watching, doing videos like it's rap videos and shit, doing reaction videos to what he's saying. I'm like, oh yeah, man, this is a rap. He got the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
You know, with y'all being a hip hop platform, y'all are people of the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Y'all, this is something that y'all love. You know, we all love music. Y'all study it. Y'all have great perspectives and opinions on it. And whenever y'all do y'all show, y'all will talk about the news as far as what's going on, whether it's good or bad or ugly. But y'all also talk about the music. Y'all also talk about the culture outside of just you know, the beefs and violence. And sometimes, you know, I'll be scrolling on and on YouTube or something, and I'll see, and it's not just Vlad. There's other white boys who have hundreds of thousands of followers where they showing, I guess they showing paperwork of black people that was supposedly telling, or they doing this, and they keeping score in some, you know,
in the beefs and shit.
Yeah, some beef, right? And it's like, these is white boys, right? And it's like when Lord Jamar was going at him, and, you know, he said he was a guest, right? A lot of people got upset with him, whether you agree or not. One thing is we didn't gatekeep this for shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody has free reign to do whatever. But being, you know, in the hip hop space, with y'all having a podcast that's organic, people like it because of the content and the personalities involved. What do y'all think about, you know, people that normally you would see as being outside of the culture profiting off of the most negative parts of the culture without ever even worried about the music or anything else?
Well, it's the same old thing, man. Over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's just with hip hop itself. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never had control of it from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think, you know, it pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie. The shit pisses me off, but at the same time, shit, they wouldn't have as much of an audience if we didn't give them the content. If we didn't give them their views, if we didn't go on their platforms, then they wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, all these, wouldn't be able to do all this shit. And like you said, of course they gonna shit. Now, I always say, one thing that I always say is our life, their entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So they love to see that shit. Hell yeah. So they got their audience too. It's a bunch of white motherfuckers that watch them too, just to look at us. You know what I'm saying? Beefing, tripping, killing each other, the drug stories, the gang stories, the rap stories, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's entertaining for them. So they gonna take advantage of it and shit like that. It's just the part where I said we give them the views, we give them the content and shit like that. So we kind of give it away. You know what I'm saying? I hate it, but we give it away.
Just to add on, it's not even entertainment for them no more. It's education for them because they are watching and mimicking and talking and walking and acting and conducting business just like everybody they see on these interviews. They being there.
Y'all basically took the words right out of my mouth with it. And the thing is with us is we have no problem with putting our dirty laundry into the streets. And everybody have access to any genre of music that they would like to listen to. So if you've put yourself out there and you put certain things out there, then you really something when it comes to like art, it's really hard to gatekeep it. You know, because anybody can consume it, anybody can appreciate it, anybody can really talk about it.
Anybody can
and
create
so,
it.
like Heezy said, it's up to us whether we're giving them something to talk about or not, because they have a right to talk about what they want to talk about. They, you know, like I'm into like the first law of nature, self-preservation.
Right.
I can't expect another group of people to hold us up in the best light. That ain't their job to do. So we gotta be careful on what we put out there. How are we conducting ourselves? Are we giving them something to talk about? You know, so we can't place full responsibility on them and be like, oh, they being a culture vulture, they coming in, they taking the worst parts of us and they exploiting it. Well, if we weren't doing the shit, they won't have anything to exploit. So if you weren't about exploitation, quit doing what's getting exploited then.
And we ain't gonna start doing shit no time soon. So it hurts our little souls. But nigga, it's a wrap, nigga. It's wide open. It's about to be wide open for a long time. And we in 2023 and anything goes.
Look, I saw, and it's new too, within the past 3 or 4 days, I believe. I ain't watch it. I did see it come on my feed though. And Vlad was like interviewing Smokey Robinson about some fights he didn't had like in the 60s. Like, dog, like
out here in the D.
Yeah. So like, come on, man. Like, but I mean, it is what it is.
But let me say this though. We'll say, oh, Vlad, he, you know what I'm saying? He interviewing them and he getting the worst parts of the story, right? But check this out. We like to hear it.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
If he, like to tell it.
Be honest, you would not be listening to a Smokey Robinson interview on Vlad at this day and time for entertainment, to be trying to figure out what went on in his life until he was, you remember Smokey Robinson was doing that song, smoking that dope, slanging that, you know, when he was doing that song or whatever. But what is gonna make you probably would never Smokey Robinson on Vlad, whatever. I don't want to see that. But when you see that clip, Smokey Robinson out there, you know what I'm saying, jacking with somebody, he fighting, he in the streets, we ain't know that. That's gonna make you want to watch it, right?
I don't know, Deja, because there's some podcasts that they strictly own the music. You know what I'm saying? And they be getting
where they at in the grand scheme of things. Are they Vlad level?
They not at Vlad level, but
they don't count.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about shit.
Let me ask y'all. You kind of one of y'all brought it up a little bit. Use the word exploitation, man. Like we seen Keith Murray kind of wilding out on the brother Art of Dialogue's platform, man. Like when you see a legend like that, like somebody that was like, you know, yo, he's a dope MC. We viewed him one way, and then like 30 years later, he say something wild, and then he see how many views it get, right? And then I'm gonna bring you right back. I'm gonna bring you right back. Is that any form of exploitation of, what I'm saying, somebody who possibly might not be in their right mind, or it just is what it is?
Man, listen, the internet is a gold mine, right? That nigga Keith Murray know what he doing.
Right.
He finna get paid off this shit some way, somehow. Ain't nobody buying no Keith Murray records. Ain't nobody streaming. I mean, they are, but I'm sure that he got bills, he got children, he got grandchildren. Man, he finna get paid off this shit, man. He fuck around and have a sex doll made after him. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was about to say. That shit is a win-win.
Yeah,
that shit is a win-win. He went. My man, Art of Dialogue, winning all the views and whatever his platform getting. Keith Murray, he back out here in the spotlight, whether he saying some wild shit or not. That's the whole point of, especially when you a celebrity, you want to stay in the spotlight. Right. Whether it's music, whether it's acting, you know what I'm saying? You got to stay in the spotlight to keep your money going a lot of time. You know what I'm saying?
If I got a podcast and I got money to spend, I'm gonna hit up Keith Murray. Hey man, I seen you $10,000. You come tell me a freaking story about a celebrity. You gonna pull up?
Yeah, you gonna pull up.
The money.
Yeah, you gonna pull up.
And then that podcast is gonna make triple that, quadruple that. And he got paid. They got paid, man. This shit, I'm telling you, it's everything goes. Everything goes,
and people have to look at it that way and not. They're just like when he was talking about his sex capades and everything. Ain't nobody checking for Keith Murray, and
no more.
And even with the stories, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, just from a woman standpoint, the stuff that he said, it wasn't. It was some whole shit. Like, he shouldn't be saying who he messed around with. But what he said, it really didn't paint the ladies in a bad light to me.
It painted him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like everybody, we have sex, we grown. You talking about you mess with this person, you mess with that person. Okay, whatever. But he didn't dog them, like, say for instance, Irv Gotti, like he tried to dog Ashanti. You get what I'm saying? He didn't pull one of them numbers. He was actually like excited that he had messed with them. Like when he was talking about Shauna and everything, it was really, you ain't looking at the ladies in a bad light. So I ain't even really mad at Keith Murray.
Yeah.
No, I ain't mad at Keith, man.
Keith.
We just lost Gangsta Boo at the top of the year. And do you think her being the first lady of Memphis, arguably in some people's eyes the first queen of the South, do you think she got her proper respect and her just due when it came to her musical career and her abilities?
Of course not. Of course not, because I think, for one, most rappers in the South that came out in the 90s, especially early mid 90s, didn't get, don't really get their just due. You know what I'm saying? That's just period. But I think Gangsta Boo, being a female MC, one of the first female MCs from the South to kind of go on the national level, I don't think she really get her just due, even though she was in a group, shit like that. But she still had her solo album, which was a hard album. I think it went gold too, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so.
Inquiring Minds.
Yeah, Inquiring Minds. So, I think a lot of times when people bring up them lists, the top female MCs, you don't never really hear Gangsta Boo on them lists. I think, but I will say this though, she only really put out 2 albums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was way back in the 90s. So she didn't really put out nothing either. I mean, she was doing her shit with 3 6 too, but you know what I'm saying? As far as solo shit, she ain't really put out nothing too much either. You know what I'm saying? So, I can kind of see both sides, but I don't overall, I don't think she get her just due.
I think she do. I think because of the amount of work that she put in as far as her catalog is concerned, just as a solo act, I think she does get her just due, because after Inquiring Minds, that was pretty much it. After Inquiring Minds, I did see like snippets here and there where she'll try to, get back in the game and do her thing and everything like that. Gangsta Boo had a certain sound. And sometimes that sound don't transcend different regions.
Right.
And where we got to keep in mind where we'll say, well, did Gangsta Boo get her just due? Got to keep in mind, she started off in a group. She was in a group. She was in 3 6 Mafia. And 3 6 Mafia, this might sound crazy, but 3 6 Mafia is still like arguably like an underground group for real.
Right.
They're really not they really not mainstream like that. Right. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like considering, you know, the status of the group at that time when she peaked and everything, and how the culture has moved forward past that stage, I think she does get her just due in that sense. But it's not much to give her just due to. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it a book. It's not a whole lot as far as a solo act.
I will say this though, and because I'm not comparing the two lyrically, because I think that's unfair, but they give Lauren her just due, and she got one album.
Well, Lauryn Hill is not. Lauryn Hill is considered.
Here we go.
But okay, let's take a step back. Let's go back to the status of the group, though. I ain't gonna say what I was finna say because they ain't finna chew me up on here. But look, we got to think about it. We had Lauren. She was in the Fugees, right? That's a much bigger group than 3 6 Mafia, right? So
yeah.
I mean, we got a Supreme shaking his head, but we got to think about at the time.
I think they sold 10 million on the school.
Like when people was hot or whatever. You got more people that are gonna be able to say, okay, they know Fugees versus they know 3 6, right?
Right.
Okay, so you started off. Then you got to think, Lauren. She was in movies and everything. So she was in different spaces. She had way more exposure than Gangsta Boo did. Right. Gangsta Boo didn't have that much exposure. Gangsta Boo is a regional hip hop sensation.
I'm gonna say this. She definitely get her just due because she wasn't all that. She was dope, but she was just no hellified MC like that.
Because if you ask me, the from the South, Mia X surpassed Gangsta Boo.
Yeah, definitely.
10 times. Like
I don't know.
I was gonna say I don't know either.
Mia X. Mia X.
Dope though.
Y'all cap now.
Was too.
Look,
She
ain't got to get up here and get the line.
She wasn't better than Lil Chat. That's a
no, Gangsta Boo wasn't better than Lil Chat.
Hey, Lil Chat was low key out cold. Like I said, I went back and listened to some Lil Chat.
Oh yeah, Lil Chat went home.
Lil Chat, you know me, how I'm always seen in the streets. Yeah.
But you know what? It's funny when I first heard Chat, like I was like, damn, is she biting Gangsta Boo? But that's just Memphis.
I thought it was Gangsta Boo.
Yeah, me too.
For the longest.
I guess that's just Memphis, man.
That's some Memphis shit.
Yeah. But I wanted to ask y'all, you know, in the 80s, 90s, and I would say early 2000s, we had a mix of party records, gangster records, records about women, conscious records. All these records would be when we still messing with radio. All these records would be on the radio. You might hear Variety, DMX, and then you might hear Black Star or something, right? Like right after each other. But the thing about right now, as far as where, because y'all intelligent people, man, and y'all have been in this movement. What's up with the lack of conscious rap? Is it the fans or conscious rappers just ain't coming with it no more?
I think conscious rap has evolved. When we think about conscious rap, we think about that time period when we had first woke up, when we were just picking up knowledge, where we were kind of trapped in religion and trying to find something to gravitate towards, and just trying to get a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us, right? And so our conscious music was more so of just breaking the chains. Where else now the conscious music is how to get some money. You know what I'm saying? How to build generational wealth. Things like that. You have artists that put things out there like that. It ain't pyramids and, you know, who came first, Columbus or the, you know, who came first, Columbus or the Africans and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not no from Negroes to heroes type of shit. It's none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's people talking about like gaining wealth now. And I think that a lot of people that came up at the time that we came up, they're not able to recognize that it's a lot of conscious rap that's going on right now because they only see it the way that they were introduced to, like, I guess what you say, quote unquote, knowledge of self or something like that. So if you just look at it's different levels to it, then I feel like it still prevails to this day.
Yeah, it's definitely different levels to it, but I will say one level to it that I would like to see kind of come back is the whole Black pride, Black power element of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we can rap all day about killing each other. We could turn it around. You know, we don't rap about killing nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
We don't
killing nobody else. You might have a couple MCs that might have some hard shit like that, but even that's hard to find. And that's it, you know. But a lot of the conscious rap, you know, that we think about offhand, it just ain't marketable. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't really want to hear that shit like that.
What made it marketable back then?
I think it
was young.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It was new. It was brand new. You know what I'm saying? People, it was bringing that message to the masses in a different way. It was still poetic. It was over beats. You know what I'm saying? It was shit like that. So it was new. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, the gangster shit kind of took over and the message kind of wore off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, why can't you say it like the radio? Like he was like, we heard on the radio. Don't nobody listen to the radio no more.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like, see, hold on though. You right about that. Don't nobody intentionally listen to the radio no more, but the radio always on. You know what I'm saying? You going in different places and shit like that. So you kind of hear the radio, but you might not really, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
My children get in the car, they got their headphones in, scrolling, listening to some other shit. Nigga, they not listening to the radio. I don't like I don't, you know, like check it out, Rakim. You lived in Dallas Fort Worth. You know K104, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, they don't even know what that is, bro.
Ah, man.
Damn. I don't know what that is. K104, 97.9. They don't know what this shit is, man. Conscious shit is all over the internet. You just gotta find it. Well, you know, you'll gravitate to what you want to find, man. What you want to listen to, man. It's a lot of conscious shit out there, bro. Yeah. It's and different levels of it. You got your Black Power shit. You got your esoteric shit. You got your all kind of shit, man.
Is it kind of one of those things? Is it kind of one of those things where, you know, a lot of people, well, we see people say, you know, hip hop is dead, but they don't really search for the shit that they like, right? Like, you know, they just kind of listen to whatever is popular and they base the whole state of hip hop. Oh,
they listen to what they love. They just worried about what the next motherfucker listening to.
Right.
Or you know, a lot of people our age though on some real shit. They don't know how to find, or don't sit there and take the time to find. You know what I'm saying? What they really want to, you know, some shit that they really want to hear.
That's real, because like for 3 or 4 years, I don't think I knew like where to. Like I have kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
you got to go back.
Yeah, and then when you kind of tap in with what the youngsters is doing, man, you'll see like whatever you like, they got youngsters that's doing that right now. You know
everything.
Yep.
Everything. It's a wide variety, man. Like you said, you just got to tap in because it's everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm gonna ask this last question, man. And whenever we were coming up, like there was like, you know, you had the King of New York battles, then you had the like battle like for like the overall king, where we would always talk about, you know, whatever generation we was in, who was like the dopest MC. I think that's just part of hip hop talk, right? They ain't never gonna stop. You know what I'm saying?
The GOAT talk.
Right. This ain't about who the GOAT is. I would say this is more about within the past 10, 15 years, has anybody stood out to you that you feel like when it's all said and done in the next 20 years, or even right now, like they could be considered to be in that GOAT conversation?
Say, I'm gonna say, yep, Kendrick for sure. I'm gonna say somebody on this panel ain't gonna like to hear this, but Nipsey could have been one of them. You know what I'm saying?
I saw the post earlier.
let me make it very clear since he's taking a shot at me.
I saw the post earlier.
Here's the thing. I'm able to recognize greatness without liking everything. Here's the thing with Nipsey. I never felt like Nipsey was a hell of a rapper. You know, I'm not one of those people that's gonna cap out to somebody passed away and be like, I was just a super fan of their music, because I was not. I listened to Nipsey Hussle's interviews and everything before I didn't even realize the man rap.
Yeah.
But I liked his interviews. I like, you know, what he stood for as a person. So I can appreciate and I can actually agree with, had he not have, you know, made his demise early than he should have, I do feel like he would have been in that GOAT conversation. And that doesn't mean that someone that's in a GOAT conversation is necessarily the greatest
rapper
at that rapping art form, you know, because there's a lot of arguments that you can make for different people. But I think overall, in what he stood for and the things that he gave to the culture while he was here, in the potential that he had, I think if he was able to live a little bit longer, definitely he could have been in that conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna say so Nip, Kendrick, and I'm gonna say Lupe. Because Lupe's so different, man. Anytime he drops something, man, it's like
now
art.
Just saying anything.
Yeah,
it's like
my God, man.
Nah, for real. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's on some next level shit. So
it's showing just saying any guy.
Do y'all think that
Lupe,
when we look back in history, Drake, like how is history gonna remember Drake as a hip hop artist? Is it going to be favorable, or is it going to be something that, you know, yeah, he was dope, but he was never like the greats? Like,
it just depends on who you ask and who's in control of the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
You're gonna have a segment that's gonna be like the greatest hip hop artist of all time. And you know, then it's gonna be some purists who be like, man, that nigga wasn't even no rapper, he was a pop artist.
Right.
It just depends on who you ask, man. Me personally, and he ain't on none of my lists, but I don't get mad when people put him on their list. I understand, I dig it, I respect it.
Yeah, I fuck with some of Drake's songs. I like some of his songs. I ain't never really tapped in on the album. He ain't one of my favorite artists or nothing. But I think, I don't know. I kind of think when it's all said and done, and people look back on his career like years later, I think people are gonna look at him like he was some kind of pop artist, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Not really as a rapper type, you know, kind of corny pop, you know, saying pop rapper kind of shit. You know what I mean?
Indeed. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming through. I want y'all to let the fans know how they can find your show and when the times that the show comes on, how they can find your social medias, and just how they can tap in with the movement, period. Because, you know, they after seeing this, they might want to join the school too, man, and you know,
big things popping. We got big things popping. I'll say that for sure. Go ahead.
But yeah, let everybody know how they can find you on social media, how they can find the show, what time the show comes on, and all of that.
Well, we're definitely on YouTube at Hip Hop School Past and Present. We air every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We go live. We're also on Twitter and Instagram. Same thing, Hip Hop School Past and Present. If you would like to join our prestigious institution, then because it's a private school and we only accept the elite, then you'll have to hit us up and we can or you got to know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta be locked in. So you gotta know somebody to know somebody, and we'll get you added.
Yeah, and don't come in like no whole ass nigga
either. But yeah, like the agent said, for sure, tuning in every Friday, 9 p.m. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? We almost at that mark. You know what I'm saying? We steady climbing. You know, we got a lot of big things popping coming up. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Yeah, we got some major shit. Some major shit coming. So make sure y'all subscribe, hit that notification button. You know what I'm saying? And ride with us.
Yeah, no doubt. I salute to y'all for real, man.
Appreciate
you, brother. Yeah. Thanks for having us, brother.
Yeah, I've had the honor to be on the show, and I appreciate it, man. Y'all dope. Y'all very professional, funny, knowledgeable. Y'all got it all, man. So if y'all not tapped into the show, y'all tap in. I'll make sure I had a link in the description. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there.
Tap in, man. Let your nuts hang.
Already.